Salute, salute. Salute to the internal indigenous spiritual most high. You know, trolls, only God and your mama can love you. And trust me, this one is about you guys. This is for the trolls, all right? And this is for the bad trolls, not the good, funny trolls that can actually make your day and make you laugh. This is just for the pitiful race trolls, but we'll get into that. One time, and let's get uncut. Listen, good white folks, I rock with y'all. So if this don't apply, let it fly. But to the white people, to the racists, to the trolls, to the Charlie Kirk supporters who regurgitate all of these inflated statistics, who don't do the research, who suffers from tunnel vision and the ability to be unaccountable, this is for you. When you say 1350, we know that we're bigger than 13% of the population, but we know that we are smaller in the 50%, you know? And we also know that that 50% is an inflated stat. That's right. What you mean to say is we're exonerated of all falsely accused crimes at over 50%. It's something between like 53 to 55%. That's what you mean to say, right? When you say things like we're violent, you're lying again. You are 69% of all reported crimes in America. And don't come in here with that per capita stuff, huh? Because I'm giving you per facts. It's you. Don't say we unalive the most people, because you can't be counting the Holocaust. You can't be counting chattel slavery. You can't be counting colonization globally. You can't be counting all the diseases, the famine, the wars, World War I, World War II, you know, Vietnam. You can't be counting all of this stuff. You can't be counting all of the mass public unalivings. You can't be counting, you just can't be counting all of that stuff, okay? Don't say we're racist. That's reserved for you too. We're actually the most generous, loving people in the world, but we base everything on content of character. And your content of character is why you keep coming up short, earning the black trust. All right? Like I said, good white folks, if this don't apply, let it fly. But this is for the racist white people, and they know who they are. Them Trump supporters, them Charlie Kirk supporters, all of y'all. Don't say that we're racist. We've never had not one son downtown. Excuse me. We've never had not one son downtown. We've never passed not one Jim Crow, Reconstruction, you know, segregated law ever to oppress anybody for self-gain. We've never destroyed any white cities or towns. We've never lynched or castrated anyone. We've never fed anyone's children to alligators. We don't get down with the buck breaking stuff. Y'all bought that here too. And you know what I mean for the alphabet crew. Perhaps it's not us that's wrong with America, and this is our land. You are a visitor. You should act as one. If you've never came up on the right side of history, maybe it's because you keep coming up on the white side of history. Okay? Again, this isn't for all, some. Good white folks, if this don't apply, let it fly, because I rock with y'all. But the truth has to be told. The truth has to be told that 29% of your population are made up of men. And 70%, those men are convicted at 70% or better of all S crimes in this country and in other white countries, so to speak, if I can say that. The number one thing you lead in is the child something like 75 to 77%. So when you say 1350, remember we've got 2977. Which number is better? Don't tell us to forget about what happened in 1865, and that was way too long ago, when you're still celebrating something in 1776 that we had to help you do on July 4th. But you'll say to us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we'll say to you, how the hell can we do it when you can't even own up to all the damage you've caused, not only in this nation, but other nations surrounding us? The problem isn't the people. The problem is the president. The problem is the PDF files. The problem was colonization. The problem was you doing everything you did to rewrite and whitewash history, to steal people's identity, land, culture, innocence, resources, to make laws to value you and only you, like what y'all did with this redistricting on the congressional maps. I'm not a Dem. I'm not a conservative. I'm me. I'm independent. I think free. I live free. Just to maintain control, because all those black people came out and voted Democrat, and y'all know that Trump is doing a job, and y'all know that they're probably going to vote Democrats in the midterms and in your national election in 2028. So you're doing everything you can now to block them counteracting their dissatisfaction with the way you guys move. And again, I'm not a leftist or a rightist. I'm a truth speaker. I don't subscribe to none of that, including your white Jesus. So what I'm saying right now, no shame in my game. But it's just time to be accountable. And it's time to tell the truth. You know, when you come into people's streams, you're the one bringing the racism. You're the one bringing the homosexual antics. But you'll say it's us. You have a problem with history because you've always been the problem in history. I say fix the problem. I also say learn your history and stop lying about it. We know about the United Daughters of the Confederacy Act. We know. And if you don't know, look it up. We know about the Dawes-Rose Act. And if you don't know, look it up. We know about the Racial Integrity Act. And if you don't know, look it up. We know about the American Colonization Society. And if you don't know, look it up. We know about the Trail of Tears. And if you don't know, look it up. We know about whitening. And if you don't know, look it up. It was also called Bloqueamiento. If you don't know, look it up. We know that you sent a bunch of indigenous American freedmen in 1820 to Liberia, even named it after James Monroe, who funded the project, and it went through 4 American presidents. We know why you always tell us to go back to Africa. We also know that we're not African. You've tried it one time in 1820, when you sent 88 black indigenous freedmen from America, who was here when you got here. You sent them to Liberia. You bought land for $300. And then when those black indigenous freedmen got there, the Africans attacked them. We're not African. We're not African. See, they don't like us either. No one likes black, but black ain't did nothing to no one. And everyone wants to be black until it's time to be black. Tell the truth about it. That's why you hate people like me. Because I tell the truth about it. Y'all make this video go viral. Ashe.